When people hear the name Genghis Khan, they think of conquest, fire, blood, cities reduced to ash. But the greatest impact of Genghis Khan was not destruction. It was transformation. He did not merely conquer territory. He rewired how the world traded, traveled, and exchanged wealth. Long before globalization had a name, Genghis Khan created the conditions that made it possible. In the early 13th century, the world was fragmented. Trade routes were dangerous. Merchants traveled at constant risk. Goods moved slowly, if at all. Then the Mongols arrived. Within a single lifetime, Genghis Khan forged the largest contiguous land empire in history. From China to Eastern Europe, borders collapsed under one authority. But conquest was only the first step. The real revolution came after. Genghis Khan understood something most rulers never did. Wealth does not come from hoarding. It comes from movement. Under Mongol rule, trade routes were protected, not plundered. Merchants were granted safe passage. Caravans traveled with Mongol escorts. Banditry was punished without mercy. For the first time in history, the Silk Road became truly safe. Goods flowed across continents. Silk, spices, silver, paper, and ideas moved faster than ever before. This was not accidental. Genghis Khan implemented a unified system of law across his empire. A merchant from Persia could trade in China under the same rules. Weights were standardized. Contracts were enforced. Economic trust replaced fear. And trust is the foundation of all markets. The Mongols also revolutionized taxation. Rather than destroying cities that surrendered, they preserved them. Skilled artisans were protected. Accountants were spared. Engineers were relocated where they were most useful. Entire populations were reorganized for productivity. Cities that resisted were erased. Cities that complied were integrated into a massive economic network. This sent a clear message. Commerce was rewarded. Resistance was annihilated. Under Mongol rule, technologies spread rapidly. Paper money expanded beyond China. Gunpowder traveled west. Navigation techniques moved east. Economic innovation no longer remained local. It became global. Even Europe felt the shock. For the first time, European merchants gained reliable access to Asian markets. Venice flourished. Genoa expanded. Banking systems evolved to handle long-distance trade. The Mongol Empire did not just open routes. It forced the world to adapt. Perhaps most surprisingly, Genghis Khan promoted religious tolerance, not out of mercy, but strategy. Religious conflict disrupted trade. Tolerance stabilized markets. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and shamans all operated under Mongol protection. The result was unprecedented economic integration. But this system came at a terrible cost. Entire regions were depopulated. Cities vanished from history. Millions died. Yet from the ruins emerged something new, a connected world. The Mongol Empire collapsed within generations, but its economic impact did not. Trade routes remained. Knowledge stayed in motion. Global exchange became the norm, not the exception. Even modern supply chains echo Mongol logic. Security enables commerce. Unified rules enable markets. Movement creates wealth. Genghis Khan never used the word economy, but he reshaped the global economy more than any ruler before him. Not with coins, not with banks, but with control of movement. History remembers him as a conqueror, but the world we live in today remembers him in another way. Every global trade route, every interconnected market, every economy dependent on stability and exchange, carries the shadow of the Mongol Empire. That is the unmatched influence of Genghis Khan.